Welcome to this video on using Ranorex Studio in your BDD process. This video provides a short introduction on how to define features and scenarios in natural language using Ranorex Studio and how to bind these scenarios to your test automation project. Before following the steps in this video, you must prepare Ranorex Studio for BDD by installing the SpecFlow add-in and adding it to your Ranorex project, as described in the blog post, How to Use Ranorex Studio in Your BDD Process. You can find the link to these instructions in the video description. To create a BDD feature, start by adding a new item to your project. In the category SpecFlow, you will find a template for feature files, step definition files, and event definition files. Choose SpecFlow feature and enter the name of the feature you are going to describe. Now, enter a feature description and your first scenario using the Gherkin syntax. For example, given I have entered 3 into the calculator, when I press the square root button, then the result should be 9 on the screen. Save the feature file. The SpecFlow add-in now creates a new C# file holding the automatically generated code which performs all of the code binding. To make the code binding work, we must add step definitions with the implementation of the described scenario steps. To do so, add a new SpecFlow step definition file, following the same process that you used to add the feature file. Now, add attributes and methods for all of the steps in the scenario to the step definition file. You can specify variables using regular expression syntax in the attribute value, which will be passed to the method as an argument. Now you can implement the automated steps, either by creating recording modules or manually implementing the steps using the Ranorex Automation API. In this example, we have created recording modules for all of the steps which will be called from the step definition methods. You can create additional steps to execute before and after a scenario. For example, performing setup and teardown tasks, such as starting and closing the system under test. These steps can be defined in an event definition file. Thank you for watching this short video on how to use Ranorex Studio in your BDD process. For more information about getting Ranorex ready for BDD, have a look at the blog post, How to Use Ranorex Studio in Your BDD Process. You can find the link in the video description.